We've got a massively bloated, unaffordable public sector.
Source? Like, what public sector? What public sector, right? We've had nothing but stripping away of the public sector since 1979, right? We used to have nationalised steel, nationalised air travel, nationalised trains, buses, mail, most of the healthcare service, the national grid, British gas, British petroleum. We had loads of nationalised companies, that was a big public sector. And come 2025, literally everything that I have talked about there has been privatised. And it's just now that we've started to bring at least rail franchising back into public ownership. Not, of course, the rolling stock, which is being left out of the rail nationalisation bill. Well, public spending as a percentage of GDP has been higher than it's ever been. And that is true, right? But that's a result of all of that sell-off. It's a result of the fact that the corporations in this country have been deregulated to the point where they've been able to palm off all of their negative externalities onto the public purse, onto the state, right? You can't afford to be able to pay your rent, so the government has to top it up with housing benefit because landlords have been given free rein to charge as much as they want. People's wages haven't been topped up with universal credit because the corporations have been let off the hook to pay you fucking terrible wages in this country through loads of supply side labour market reform, or a flexible labour market, as Rishi Sunak called it. So the state has to top up your wages so that you can afford to live. It is public subsidy for private gain, but having capitalised all the gains in the 80s and socialised all the losses in the 90s and 2000s. That is the end result of neoliberalism. Public spending at an all-time high, public ownership at an all-time low, and the corporations getting off scot-free whilst everybody else gets nothing.